This is Speak My Word Ministries Daily Pulse. I'm Travis Zimmerman with the concluding day, 7th day of our series High Speed, Low Drag, focusing on Christ to overcome the things that can drag us down. And I end as I started with Romans chapter 7, verse 15 that worked its way through this entire 7-day series. I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do. And what I hate, that I do. Romans chapter 7, verse 15, the inherent flaw of human nature. We want to make Jesus proud, but we do our own thing. And today's topics, specific to this episode, is unmet expectations. And even as I say that, I want to share with you Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. My wife shared that with me at one of my previous jobs. She would put lunch notes in for me and was having a bad series of weeks. And that was, I remember perfectly. I decided at that point, God nudged me to commit that one to memory. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. And when we talk about drying up the bones, talk about a chance to, for the devil to drag us down. And as I just share very rawly here with you about unmet expectations, the front of my mind is my parents. Both perished at age 63, but not just perished, their bodies perished, but they were with Jesus Christ forever. And the unmet expectation is my parents were married at a relatively young age in Lancaster County. My dad was 21, my mom was 18 coming off the farm, and they had me and Eric out of the house by the time they were 40. I'm 45 and still got kids in the house. So the unmet expectation is just having young parents thinking they were going to live a long time, forever. They're going to live to their 80s and 90s, just like my grandmother, Grandma Hoover is living in their 90s. And I thought the same of my parents. And not just that, even more importantly, they were going to have a chance to see their 7 grandkids graduate from high school, or playing soccer games, or dance recitals, or music recitals, jazz concerts, and have a chance to meet our kids' future spouses, and maybe even have a chance for the grandbabies, great grandbabies. All these things in my mind where I thought, my parents are going to get a chance to see this, and yet God, in His wisdom and in His sovereignty, chose to bring my parents home at age 63. And that unmet expectation definitely has a chance to bring me down. And as we take this more broadly, what expectations do you have that are unmet? You thought it was going to go this way, but it went another way. And do we harbor bitterness towards God? Do we think that our way was better? Because, I wouldn't come out and say, yeah, my way's better. It should have been that Mom and Dad stayed here. But I don't know this. What I do know is that God's ways are best, as I shared before. And that by God taking the paradise, there's no part of Mom and Dad that want to come back here. I didn't talk to them. I'm not having a out-of-body experience like the Apostle Paul talks about, but my parents were with Jesus Christ. And to go more broadly here, what are you walking through right now where there's an unmet expectation? And the challenge I issue to you is the same I guess as myself, is write down that unmet expectation, or even just in your mind think about it. And then thank God for it. Say, God, I don't understand this. I don't understand why this happened, why I lost this job, or why this friendship broke up, or why this small group that I was in dissolved without my knowledge, or why I'm broke, or why I broke a leg, or there's so many things where we have unmet expectations. But we've got to realize, just like Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways your ways, declares the sovereign Lord. It's not that we're total dum-dums, but God sees the whole picture. And we can trust God in His sovereignty, trust God in His perfect plan, trust Jesus that He is going to work it all together for His good. Because as we conclude this spirit with high speed, low drag, don't let the devil drag you down. Whether it's unmet expectations, or social media, or gossip, or in-laws, or outlaws, or tweens and teens, don't let these aspects drag you down. Trust Jesus with all your heart. Give Him thanks, give Him praise, give Him glory. In your name, Father. Amen.